Hey friends, it's Emmy. Welcome back, or if you're new here, welcome. I'm in a new filming spot today because I completely cleaned my room yesterday and thought that my bed was real cute, so we're filming here today. So today's video is just going to be a spring favorites video. I did one wrap up, but kind of wanted to talk about things that weren't just books and just some positivity in the things that I was really enjoying during the spring. So let's get into that. The first category is obviously books. I have already talked about all these books, so I won't go like too in depth, but just a little brief thing about them. So the first book is The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. I talked about this book in the last video that I did, and I'm obsessed. I can't stop thinking about it. It's basically about a guy, I think he's in his like 40s, and he works at, I can't remember the name of the place that he works, but it basically is like social workers for magical children, and they go to orphanages and make recommendations of whether the orphanage should be open or not. And he gets sent to this one special orphanage that like the way high up send him out to do, and he meets these kids and the guy that runs the place, and he gets to decide whether to recommend that it stays open. And that was a terrible explanation of that book and probably sounds really boring, but it's so good. The kids honestly make it. Like, I really like the adults in it, but the kids, man, honestly I could put just Lucy in my favorites. Like, Lucy's my favorite character. I love him so much. Next book is Wilder Girls by Rory Power. Wilder Girls is about a all-girls school on an island that is basically locked down because a disease, virus thing has infected the whole island and has infected all the school, and they're trying to, you know, keep it contained, and a lot of stuff happens. Yeah, basically follows these three girls and their experience there and everything that happens, uncovering secrets and figuring out what is going on. Yeah. It's really good. I think Goodreads lists it as a horror, and honestly I had no idea what this book was about when I went into it. Once again, went into it blind because the cover is really pretty, and honestly I probably wouldn't have picked it up if I knew it was horror, so I'm kind of glad that I didn't know that, because it wasn't really like super scary or anything. It was just kind of like creepy. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll have seen that I was like, oh my god, this book is making my like skin crawl. There's one part about a worm, and that is all I'll say. But it, just thinking about it, my skin just ick. The next book is The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. I think pretty much everyone has talked about this on BookTube, so I'm sure you know what it is by now. And honestly, I don't know how to describe this book because it was really confusing. I loved it. I thought it was really good, and I plan on reading the other two books, but majority of that audiobook I was like, what's happening? Whose point of view are we in right now? It like, I feel like it might have been better reading the physical book or like a ebook or something, not listening to the audiobook. But I still really liked it, and the narrator was good, so yeah. Then, of course, Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. Hibert? I don't know. This book, I've talked about it before, but basically it's about a girl who has chronic pain, fibromyalgia, stuff like that, and she's living on her own for the first time, and the landlord guy, he's not the landlord, what is he? person that like runs the apartments and like takes care of them. The name of that is like leaving my brain. But anyways, it's about them and their love story, and it's so cute and it warms my heart. And as somebody with chronic pain, as I've said in like every video that I talk about this book in, it hits so hard. So many of the things, like the scenes where she's having like pain flare-ups and she's like dealing with stuff and how the guy interacts with her, all of that just so relatable for me. Although not the boy totally understands it and love story happens, but it's really good. It's heartwarming. And this wouldn't be a Emmy Reads video if I don't mention The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. It has quickly become in like my top 5 favorite books. I'm obsessed with it. I will never shut up about it. I have no idea how to describe it though. I'm terrible at describing what this book is about. I've had people be like, oh, what's it about? I'd like to check it out. And I'm like, what is it about? I'm so bad at describing books. And I was just gonna read the Goodreads description, but it's so long that I don't really want to. Yeah, so if you want to know what that book is about, look it up. Sorry. So the next category is music, and if you don't like K-pop, sorry, because these are all K-pop, but yeah, I'll make a Spotify playlist of all the songs that I mention in case you want to see if I have taste. So yeah. The first album is TXT's The Dream Chapter Eternity. So good. And my favorite songs off the album are Puma, Can't You See Me, and Fairy of Shampoo. I'm still confused by that name of the song, but it's a really good song. The next album is GOT7's Die, and I just want to say that JB, with that long hair, slightly wavy, half up, it's so good. Look it up if you haven't seen. Just look up JB GOT7. You'll see. My favorite songs off the album are Not by the Moon, Poison, and Aura. The next album is 17's most recent album, and I'm not gonna attempt to say the album name because I will butcher it and I don't want to embarrass myself like that. So I'll like put it somewhere, but my favorite songs off of that album are Fearless, Left and Right, and My. It came out like yesterday, so I've only listened to the album once though, so those could change. If they do, I will add my new favorites to that playlist. Next is Victon's Mayday, and that's just a single, so favorite song off that single is Mayday. And all I have to say is that they all look so good, and I am like, Victon are like my babies. They're my top 5 all-time favorite groups, and they've been like gaining popularity recently because one of the members was in X1, so they got some popularity through that. And yeah, I'm very proud of my boys, and that song is so good. Obviously, I have to mention NCT, and I'm not gonna mention both of their albums, so I'm just gonna mention Neozone: The Final Round, because it was just the repackage with 2 new songs. But my favorite songs off of that album are Kick It, Sit Down, Mad Dog, Love Me Now, Elevator 127F, and Punch. I could really just put the entire album in that, but I'm trying to not be biased. I literally have Mark, my boy, and Taeyong is in my phone case, which I'm filming on, so. Yes, stan NCT. All of the units, including Wavy. Oh my god, I forgot Wavy. Okay, I'm just gonna mention them really quickly. Wavy's most recent release, Turn Back Time. it's called that, right? I hope it's called that. So good. Stream that. Next is Stray Kids Go Live, and that just came out. I've only listened to the album once, so I'm assuming that these are my favorites, but God's Menu, yes, Top, Slump, Gone Days, Pacemaker, and TA. So good. I keep doing this, I'm sorry. Like, it's my new habit. I can't stop. Also, Hyunjin, the blonde, almost my length hair, up in a half ponytail. Sir. Who let him look that good? JYP men. Why are they coming for me? And lastly, Twice More and More. They are my girlies. They are my alt girl group. I love them with all my heart. They literally never disappoint me. Yeah, so my favorite songs off the album are More and More, Firework, Make Me Go, and Shadow. Next category is media, so TV shows, movies, whatever. I feel like I mentioned this in my last video, or maybe not. I don't know, my brain is telling me that I did. So, I've been slacking really hard on movies. This year in general, I don't know what my problem is. I've watched like no movies, so this is just TV shows. So I've been trying to get into K-dramas, and I've only ever watched 2 all the way through, and those were Goblin and Descendants of the Sun. And honestly, I really like them, but I watched them quite a while ago and never picked up another K-drama, so yeah, I feel a little bit bad about that. I keep saying that I'm gonna watch them, but I finally did, and I watched the first season of My First Love, and I am obsessed. It has Jin Young from B1A4 in it, and I don't remember her name, but a girl from DIA? How do you pronounce that group? Oh my god, Anyways, it's really good and it's really cute. It's I'm pretty sure it's a romance, like, life K-drama, but yeah, it's really cute. I really liked it. Next, I watched The Great Canadian Baking Show with my mom while I was recovering from my wisdom teeth surgery. It was pretty much all we did. I would like sleep and then wake up and be like, "Hey, can we watch an episode of the baking show?" So we're currently watching the 2nd season. First season was so good. I got so invested. Honestly, I wanted James to win, but it's fine. I'm totally not bitter at all. I was happy with who won though, so it's fine. And currently I am binge watching The Mentalist. I am obsessed. I can't stop watching. I keep being like, do I watch The Mentalist or listen to my audiobook? And right now, my audiobook is winning. I'm listening to Girls of Paper and Fire, and that is so good. Just saying, that might go in my next favorites video. But yeah, I am obsessed with The Mentalist. Cho, I would die for him. And lastly in this category is Road to Kingdom, which is a Korean competition show that was for like underrated, lesser known groups that compete to go on to be on Kingdom, which is for like more established boy groups. And I loved it, but also hated it because of the eliminations, and the eliminations broke my heart into a million freaking little pieces. But spoiler right now, if you watch Road to Kingdom, which I feel like maybe none of you do, but if you do, comment. I need people to talk to about this show. But yeah, spoiler, the boys won, and they are my babies. They are my number 3 group in my top 3. They are my loves, so I was so proud, and I woke up at 4 a.m. to watch the finale because I wanted to be able to vote, which I ended up voting for The Boys, Pentagon, and Off. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced on and off, but I can't stop saying off. I'm sorry. Anyways, yeah. All the performances on Road to Kingdom were incredible. They all did so good. I sobbed hysterically in that one Pentagon performance, and if you watched it, you know exactly which one I'm talking about. Yes, I'm very excited for Kingdom, and I want to know what groups are going to be on it. Like, give them to me now. And the last category is other, just random miscellaneous things. Phone games. I'm really obsessed with those like restaurant job cooking apps. And I play them all the time when I listen to audiobooks. I can't listen to an audiobook and do nothing because I won't hear anything. Like, it goes in one ear and out the other. Like, it doesn't stay in my head. So I need to be doing something pretty mindless to actually have it stick in my brain. So phone games, those have been my go-to. There's a SpongeBob one, which I'm currently playing. Obsessed with it. I think it's called Flip. I've had that game for like so long, like probably like 2 years or something, and I play that a lot. And Best Fiends, but I am stuck at a level and it's frustrating me, and I just get frustrated and stop listening to the audiobook. So also, I kind of feel like I can't put this in, but I'm going to anyways. Animal Crossing. My brother bought a Switch and he got Animal Crossing, and with the intention of sharing it with me so that we can both play. I could play when he's at work, not realizing that Animal Crossing only lets you have one island per console, which by the way is really stupid. So basically I've just been like hanging out on his island and like collecting things for him, just kind of like helping him out every once in a while. But yeah, just visiting his island, I'm obsessed and want it for myself. So we'll see if that happens. Maybe I will buy myself a Switch Lite. Maybe. I'm broke, so probably not, but maybe. And that's it. That's the end of the favorites. This video was really chaotic. I'm sorry for that. I don't know what my problem is today. I have like a lot of energy, so that probably came across on the video. But hopefully it's still enjoyable. Hopefully you guys will maybe look into one of the things that I said was one of my favorites. If you've read or watched or listened to anything that I mentioned, let me know what your thoughts on those things were. If you listen to K-pop, let me know what your favorite albums and songs were from the spring, or what you were listening to in the spring. And I already said this, but if you watched Road to Kingdom, let me know. Who did you want to win? Were you happy with who won? What was your favorite performance? Tell me things. So yeah. See you guys in the next video. Bye.